loosely, what we talk about here at ExecuNet more concretely is a value story. And so let's define that a little more closely for our audience, because that, as we consider the strategy, is kind of the crux of the thing, right? How do you tell your value story? What does it actually mean, Stacie?
It means not talking about your transactional experience, which is what I hear all day long. When I talk to people and I ask everybody I talk to, so why would somebody offer you the job above somebody else who's successful? Usually I hear a litany of either I'm a people person or I've done great things or I've done this. And
I'm a team
most of you
builder.
I'm speaking to are, I'm likable, I'm like, that's not going to garnish you an all-in 500K plus or even 300K plus or what you're looking for. You're used to talking transactionally, right? 95% of jobs in organizations are transactional, implementing the strategy of the senior leadership team. They know you've done great things now. So if you go into a litany of all the great things you've done, know that your competition is giving them the same litany. What they want to know now is not what you've done, but what value do you bring to the table? What mission are you going to accomplish for the stakeholders? What are you going to make happen for us? And why you above this other candidate who's telling me all the great things they've done in their career too? So what is your value proposition? It really comes down to you totally understanding all the challenges. What's the consistency of the challenges you've taken on in your career and what do you deliver? And most people don't know what that is. I write a lot about how successful people have no idea why they're successful because you've gotten recruited, you've gotten a job, you've had the same business for 10, 20, 30 years. So when I ask people, well, why you? Most people can't answer that. They don't know what their value prop is. In fact, Tony, one of our favorite sayings is you can't read the label if you're inside of the bottle. Most people don't know. I weekly work with chief marketing officers who tell me they do storyboarding and branding for a living, and then they laugh, I can't do it for myself. And the other thing I hear a lot is once our members do work with us and they understand their value proposition, I get phone calls all the time from members who say, I didn't even know I did that. I had a woman tell me, I'm in my career 20 years. I never talked about the things that I really made happen in companies because she did not understand what her unique differentiator was and what she actually made happen. It's hard to do it for yourself. It's like the shoemaker's kids have no shoes. It is very difficult. So knowing your value proposition, what is the value you could bring to make something happen in an organization, how you could solve their challenges and problems. First of all, knowing your brands, we call that career insurance here. Because when you know what you make happen in an organization, you could go to Hill's Dog Food, Deloitte, a pharma company, a widget company. It really doesn't matter. It's very freeing for you folks. You don't have to be siloed, but you need to understand what you bring to a company and what people are going to pay you all this money to make happen. And once you understand that, we call that a career accelerator because that and a freer, I think it brings you the freedom then to open up to maybe go into other areas that you thought you weren't qualified for because you did not have that transactional skill. But that's not what it's about right now.